Bagging and boosting are assemble learning technique. So we want to assemble and reduce the variance of multiple model, obviously, and reduce base by computing weak learner. Let's take an example. Firstly, I want to load the data, any data, like diabetes data, this data. Now this data I want to load, this one, import pandas as PD. So df pd dot read csv and df dot head. So this is the data which I have loaded. Now I want to perform some EDA process, exploratory data analysis, like df dot is null. So there is any null value. If yes, so I want to count out. So there is no null value in any column. Now I want to take the column outcome. So x equal df dot drop. So I want to drop the column which I have copy outcome. Axis columns and y. So firstly I want to print the x data. So you can see I have successfully removed this particular column. And if I want to perform like df outcome, so you can see if I want to print y, so inside the y there is only the one column, 0. So I have differentiate this particular data into some other concept. So once if I have applied all the concept, now I want to split this data into training and the testing also. Let's see how we can do this. So after that I want to perform some data scaling. So data set scaling transforming a data set to fit within a specific range. So now I want to use from sklearn pre-processing and import standard scalar. Now scalar, you can give any name, but I choose the scalar.
Scalar. Okay, so import
Like standard scaled. You can give any name. Scalar dot fit transform data x and x scale. So the data is set, all the data is set to the range and transform into the data basically. This data. But I supply only the x, this data. X means the complete data. And it will transform and you can see it will encode into the range. Now I want to split the data, splitting the data set. So split the data into training and testing set. So again one more library for the classifications like from sklearn model selection and import train test split. So once I have trained the test split, so again x test, or we can say that x train, x test, and y train, y test. So now train test split. So now I want to provide the those data which I have scaled to there, and the Y data. And one more thing like stratify. Now print extreme dot shape and Y train. So the training and the testing data is successfully split. So once the data is split, then what is the accuracy? So building the model of the bagging and the boosting. Bagging and bagging classifier. So again I want to use from sklearn dot ensemble import bagging classifier. So this is the library. So after using this algorithm, I want to use the bag model and the bagging. So it is just the syntax of the bagging and base estimator decision tree classifier. So if you want to use the decision tree classifier, so to find out the from sklearn dot tree import decision. So once I have used the classifier library, so from sklearn model, selection. So these are the library basically which we are importing, like cross val score. Now I want to check out the score, like cross val score, decision tree classifier. So once the classify there, so I am just supplying the value x comma y, and CV the curve is 5. So it will find out all the variation, the decision outcome like the 68, 64, 66, 76. The accuracy basically is high one by one. Once. Now, if I want to find out the average of all the accuracy, so mean. So now I want to provide the bagging decision tree classifier. And an estimator 50 I want to. Maximum sample I want to use like 0.8%, 80, and bootstrap is also the true, and ops score is true again. I will also show you this particular hierarchy and random. I successfully done. Now bag model dot fit function extrain y3. Now bag model score this. So now after this, the mean average is 69. Now after applying the bagging and boosting, the accuracy score is 76. Now we can also test the bag model score on testing data.